wanted to come by and just say hi. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to see how can I come before you guys. Listen, I've been wanting to edit these videos, but let me tell you something. It's not the easiest thing anymore. Um, I got this new software. I'm still learning that. I'm not saying I wouldn't be editing videos, but it's just popping in and coming to say hi. This is a jam. Let me have some water. Let's stay hydrated, right? Trying to make sure I get my water intake has been a thing. So I don't have a schedule for coming live as yet. This is a new jam. Right now, I'm actually recording on my MacBook. So that's a thing. But how are you guys doing? I pray that everybody is well. I pray that everybody is in great spirits. Be sure to check out my podcast at Elizabeth Magical Garden. It goes live every single Thursday. We are currently at 191. So we're almost at our 200th episode, which is really exciting. I am so happy that I reached this far. Like, again, this is why starting something that you love, just start. Don't be afraid to start something new. I'm doing amazing, and I'm doing well, honey. Hey, oh, that's my boo. Hey, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm trying something new. I'm actually on my MacBook, and I am trying to mix in going live as well as editing videos. I don't have to tell you, editing is not the easiest thing all the time. I love it, but yeah. And I'm just trying to see if I can actually incorporate going live a little more often at times. I have so many different topics that I want to get into, but sometimes like I record and not editing the videos has been a thing. And I'm like, you know what? Great. Editing these videos has been a thing. And although I still will edit because I do love to edit, going live has been a jam, so I did actually go live earlier I feel like it was 11 o'clock today. So if you would like, you could go see that. I pray that everybody is well. As for me, I am doing better. I am recovering from a little strained back once again, but it's all good. We're doing what we're doing. I'm not going to stay long, but I am so excited that I'm able to do this. I was like, okay, am I going to go with a particular software, or am I going to use my MacBook? But now that we got the MacBook on point. I'm so excited. So now I can just come. Now, in terms of like my lighting, this is it, guys. Like, I don't have anything set up. It was light up, but the sun is going away. So that's a whole situation. But the topic that I was coming across, I was reading, I've been reading a lot, hence that's what happens when you're in recovery, but I've been reading a lot, and I came across so many different scenarios in terms of health, mental health, a lot of myths, especially when it comes to religion. It's just a lot of things happening. And I just want to know, like, what is your belief system? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I know I believe in God. I am a Christian, but I also believe in some other things. You know what I mean? I do believe that the creator God has created us and also comes to us in a way that we need to hear. You know what I mean? And I feel like, especially like certain organizations, certain doctrines will tell you like, oh, if you don't do this, you are a sinner, this, that, and the third. Me personally, I just believe that once you have the love of God in your heart, once you are coming from a place of love, I don't believe that you can really do but so much harm. You know what I mean? And to exclude so many people from feeling like they belong because they don't, they have other religions. I just think that I don't think that's what God has in store for us. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm drinking water, nothing special. Working on hydrating myself, working on getting enough water. I didn't go for a big walk today because I had some things I had to take care of. I'm thinking about going now. Ben, I don't want to say his name. Benji just finished having his little din, so we might go on the trails later on today if time permits. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for everybody that's coming on this live. Again, I am on my MacBook. I'm hyped, guys, because I didn't know how to do I didn't know how to do this. I didn't know how to do it, at least on this particular this MacBook. I didn't know how to do it. So I was like, so now that we know, I think we can have a little fun because I am approaching my 200th episode on my podcast, guys. Oh man, I don't know. It just feels so good. Like, I remember it was about, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago when I got all my equipment, and it took me 2 whole years to use the equipment that I got, all because I got stuck in my head. You look at so many other people and they have this, they have that. So, we want to get all we want to start getting into our heads in terms of how you say perfectionism. Is that a word? But that's the word we're going to use. Being a perfectionist is not the healthiest thing, especially if you are an artist. We all have to start somewhere. And I just feel like a lot of times we can find ourselves just like stuck in our heads and not creating. Like, if you are gifted to be able to create something from nothing, do it. It's not about how perfect the thing is. It's about the courage that it takes to start. Because once you start and you get into the flow, I just feel like everything starts to line up. Even like, let's just say this live right here. Look at this setup. Obviously I'm in front of a window, which is not the biggest scene, but we got the scene right here. And I could be like, oh my God, I don't have my backdrop. I don't have this. I don't have that. But I said to myself, I was like, I'm not even going to get into it like that. I just want to have fun. I just want to come through. I just want to say hi. And here I am. So, use this as a motivation for yourself. It doesn't always have to be so perfect. I mean, actually, there's no such thing as perfect, right? Although we want to have it perfect, but it's no such thing. And I just feel like allowing yourself to just be is the main objective. Especially, this is something that I'm starting to, I would say, embrace, especially in this time in my life. Approaching 51 is number one, a blessing, but number two, I feel like it's just time to release some of the old beliefs. I feel like I jinxed myself because as soon as I said that, honey, you already know, started getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Let me put this over here. I was cold earlier. Now we're hot. That's another thing. The hot flashes. I'm so proud of Halle Berry for coming out as a woman up in, I don't know exactly. I believe she's in her 50s, but she is raising funds for more for the health of women going through menopause, because as it's stated, she went to the doctor and she was having some personal issues. She didn't get into it, but I'm assuming that it had something to do with maybe hot flashes or whatever the things she was going through. And her doctor would not even say he wouldn't even say the word. He was just like, she was like, so what's going on? And he was like, you know what's going on. And what do you think is going on? She was like, well, what do you think is going on? He was like, what do you think is going on? And she's like, it's the menopause. And he was like, oh, he didn't want to say it because, he's been ostracized for saying things like that. Like I guess some women are not open to hearing that they are in that phase of life. And I'm not gonna lie, it's like I truly believe that I was going through it. Now that I look back, I was going through it for a while. I just didn't know. Okay. I remember my mom tried to like tell, and I was like, no, I'm not, and yeah, because it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. For me, I feel like I realized that I was going through the change when I was like months before, when I was going thank you. Yeah, still dealing with it. Months before I was let me see, I think 3 to 4 months, but I want to say 4, when I was about to turn 50. That's when I realized, because the sweats and sleep deprivation, all the things started happening, or I should say, I noticed it started happening all at once. And I felt like I was like lost. Like I felt like somebody put me in a tunnel, and I didn't there was like a little dim light, but I couldn't really see my way out. And it wasn't until I started doing a lot of research, and just planning on doing a podcast for women. Yes, do it, honey. Yes, we need more women talking about menopause. We need more women staying and pushing through, talking about the change, because it's a real thing. But for me personally, it wasn't until I started doing extensive research for myself, because what I found, that a lot of doctors are not, they're just not it. They're just not like really looking out for sister or for us, period. And this is something that we all go through. I don't care what color you are. If you're a woman, you're going to go through it. And we have the stage where we talk about when you're entering womanhood, right? When you're flourishing, you just started your menstruation. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was a big thing. You're a woman now. And then we get to the next stage when you're entering motherhood. Ooh, there's so much information about that, right? And even after, oh my God, you have the baby. It's so beautiful. And then the next stage, which is menopause. And then all we hear is crickets. Okay. No one has an answer. The only answer they have is immediately putting you in on medication. And I want to be clear. If you have to get on medication, you have to get on medication. You got to do what you got to do. My issue is that menopause is a natural thing. I don't understand. Like, this is not a taboo conversation. This is a natural course of life. Sweating, going through the different changes, it's a natural thing, and it should be handled as such, And I just feel like there is not enough education when it comes to a woman's transition, and how we can do preventative things. Now, I'm not saying the information is not out there, but I just feel like it's not talked enough. Like, it's almost like loopholes. Like, oh, go to exactly. Go. It's a natural thing. Go to the gym, or go work out. I remember when I got my physical. Thank God, all is well. But it was just like, oh, the stresses of working out, exercising, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but I just feel like we need to get more in depth, because it's not just a physical; it's a psychological thing. You are losing estrogen. You are losing progesterone, which is the mother of all things, the hormones, and all these things is not only connected to your physicality, it's also connected to your your brain, right? Your nervous system in general, everything. And these things not being taught is it's just really sad. It's just really sad. If you could tell, I'm a little passionate about this particular topic. So yeah, but I'll definitely be coming along and discussing these things. Leave a comment down below if you have anything that you would like me to discuss in terms of this particular topic, because I am proud to say that I have done a lot of, when I say a lot of research, and I'm still finding out a lot of different things, because every woman is different. There's no one fit all. You know, what affects me may not affect you, and what affects you may not affect me. But I just feel like if we all come together and we add in the pot, when there is the newcomers that come, they can go and there's a plethora of information that they can gather. Like, I just feel like, why is it so scattered? Why is it like digging for gold when it comes to understanding what's going on with the woman's body? We bring life into the world. We should be celebrated. Okay. And I know, okay, Mother's Day, and shout out to all the mothers out there. I know Mother's Day is Sunday, but I just feel like Mother's Day is every day. Okay. So that's what's been going on over here. So I'll definitely be doing more extensive topics. I have a blog. Be sure to check that out at Elizabeth Magical Garden. Oh, it's the light for me. The sun wants to come out a little bit. So, I'm excited about that, because like I said, this was this was this was the light that I have for you guys. Because I feel like these lives are more laid back. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do too much fuss and muss, but I do have some things planned. Like I said, my podcast is going to be heading towards my 200th podcast, and I'm just so excited. So I'm trying to see what can I do, if I'm going to do something special. I'm just trying to see what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to be coming towards you guys more often than not, because I just feel like we need to chat. Another thing I just want to talk about, which just is a good segue, mental health, right? I don't feel like we discuss our mental health enough. I feel like now that the stars are coming out, people are talking about getting help, going to therapy. I personally have a therapist, okay, and this is a gift that I gift myself, because yes, I am blessed to have close members that I feel, I'm a very private person, and I am grateful that I have close people that I can speak to. But it's not all the time, it's not every time we want to divulge or even speak to people that we love, because we don't want to worry them, we don't want to burden them, whatever the situation is, right? I look at therapy as a living diary. Okay. I feel like it's a beautiful gift to myself where I can actually speak and hear, because that's what's, to me, at least in my opinion, therapy is more about listening and hearing yourself speak, because they don't really give you answers. It's more about leading, being supportive, and you get to hear your thoughts, because even now that I'm speaking to you guys, I'm speaking to you guys, but I'm also receiving from what I'm saying too, or I'm reiterating what I have came across as well. It's a win-win situation. But I just feel like when you have a designated person, hence a therapist, once you get off the phone or you walk out the office, whatever, however you choose to have that session, that's it. You don't have to deal with, oh, you okay? Is X, Y, and Z still, or whatever the situation is. You don't have to deal with that. And I just feel like it's a way of empowering yourself, especially in the African American community. For some reason, it's just taboo. Like, anything about mental anything, it's like, oh girl, like, oh, like, oh. And I don't understand why it's like that. I don't know why when it comes to mental health, it's not something like, oh, because you could say, I'm going to I'm going to the dentist, and they're like, okay, girl, or I'm going to the chiropractor, okay, girl. But if you turn around and say, I'm going to the therapy, it's like, oh, you okay, girl? Oh my God, you okay? So why do my thing is basically, why are we separating the brain from our bodies? It's part of the whole thing. Your brain, I never understood that. Your brain is is the organ that is a running system. It's just like anything. If you have ever driven a car, and you after a while, you have to go get a tune up. You have to go check the car. You have to go make sure that everything is running correctly. There's a sticker that you have to put on your car to show that you actually went and took the car in to get it looked over. How is your brain any different from that? It's not. And I'm very, very, very happy that we are finally in a stage where people are more susceptible to discussing mental health, especially for our young kids. Because with this internet, when I was a young girl, we didn't have this. We didn't have, I didn't even have a computer. Okay. We didn't have any of this, right? Everything was like natural. You had to, like, we had phones, thank God we had phones. So it was like, that was our only communication, right? And yet we still came along with each other. We still gathered around. We still had fun. We still connected. And we had other issues, but we didn't have the issue of, like, your whole everything that you do is just being plastered on the internet. And that alone is a mental issue. That can be very triggering to a lot of young kids, I'm sure. So yeah, yes, girl, I did braid my hair. I braid my hair, girls. I did. I wanted a little break. And I wanted something different. I did it for Mother's Day. Well, no, I didn't do it for Mother's Day. I just did it a couple of days ago. I would say I did it like maybe a couple of days. And it's a little past my waist. So yeah, it's cute. It's only, I think this is like 11 braids. Nothing crazy. The grays is still, you probably can't really see it, but the grays are showing a little bit like the roots, but I don't care because 50 and proud. I'm not trying to act like I don't have grays. I mean, it is what it is. And I didn't feel like coloring my hair before I braid my hair. I guess when I take it out, in a week or two, well, maybe like 2 weeks. We'll see. I don't even want to put a time on it, but I'm gonna leave it in for a little bit. And it'll be time for me to treat my hair and color it. So I think I'll do that. I do my own hair, so that's that. But yeah, guys, I am so happy to be here. I am so happy that we have this set up. And I definitely will be coming more often because this is an easy situation to do. I definitely will play with different backgrounds at times, but I just wanted to have something where I could just come and we could chill, we could connect, kind of like a behind the scenes, to at, like, with some of the things that I am working on. I do write a lot on my blog again, so be sure to check that out. I'm actually on Twitter as well. I don't know if y'all do the X and all of that, but I definitely post on there. A lot of my writings go on, but I do cross I try my best to spread the love throughout my platforms. So be sure to check that out. Anyway, I am so happy that you guys are here. I'm so happy that we had this time together. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you be notified every time I upload a video. Today was 2 for 2. I'm really excited about that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being positive. And again, leave a comment down below if you have a particular question or topic that you would like me to discuss. Peace.